Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of my Pokemon Sapphire Randomizer Nuzlocke. This episode we're going to be making our way to the Rustborough City Gym in our challenge versus our good friend Treaduse. Obviously we got our encounter for the Petalburg Woods. Not very pleased with Haunter. I think just the fact that it can't evolve fully is something that really puts me off catching it, so yeah, like obviously trade evolutions, you can't trade when you're doing these sort of challenges, so it is tricky because I was thinking, do I want to catch it, do I not want to catch it, but yeah, obviously I KO it instead. But yeah, I don't think I would have used the Haunter simply because it doesn't evolve to a Gengar, and obviously now I have the option of catching a Gengar later on if I want it, which would actually be brilliant. I would take that any day of the week. I'd probably stick him in the daycare, let him level up ahead of the Elite Four. So yeah, at this point we're gonna come across Team Aqua for the first time, and I need to get used to saying Team Aqua because I've only ever played through Pokemon Ruby. Growing up, that was always the one that I played. It was the first ever Pokemon game I played, and I put in over 1,000 hours on just one save file for it. So yeah, I never actually took the time to play through Sapphire. So this, yeah, it's different that I'm actually using Sapphire for this one, but you know, I'll have to get used to saying Team Aqua. I don't know any of the names of the Team Aqua grunts or anything, so yeah, we'll just have to get used to that. But yeah, we take him down pretty easily. He only has a Poochie, obviously we have a Quilava. He's always gonna take out the Poochie quite easily. Hopefully, we've got a lot more of them to get thrown at us, which is a point I'll bring to. I would have rather been playing Ruby right now with the team I've got. Obviously, Mudkip would batter Team Magma all over with all their those fire type Pokemon, so we need to keep an eye out for another grass type Pokemon. Obviously, after our good friend Rob sadly died literally 2 seconds after we caught him. So yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen again in the run, but you know, in a Nuzlocke you can't predict these things often, so we'll just have to see what happens. But yeah, we'll keep moving our way through. Took out the last trainer of the Petalburg Woods. Obviously only had a Nincada, so it's not going to cause too many problems for us on this occasion. Probably on no occasions will a Nincada ever cause me issues, but you know, I'm willing to be proven wrong on that. If someone does decide to sweep my team with an Nincada, then fair enough. If I ever get my team swept by a Nincada, I will get a tattoo with a Nincada. That's how confident I am that'd never happen. So yeah, hope you're enjoying the series so far. I hope you enjoyed the first episode. Obviously not as good as I wanted it to be because I am, as I mentioned, doing the post-com right now. I'm not the most confident YouTuber, as you can tell. Just saying a lot, and my commentary isn't really flowing, so I do apologise if anyone but Treaduse is watching in this scenario, but hopefully this is something that I'll work on as the series goes on. The first time I recorded the first run through was as I got through it, I got a lot more confident with speaking in and enjoyed it a lot more. So hopefully we have a similar sort of scenario here with this run. We'll just mention that I don't have the best setup in the world, so I'm sorry if the mic quality is not great. I am just using my my laptop's freaking mic that's attached to it. I haven't got a headset or mic or anything cool like that. I've just got the basic setup, kind of shit laptop with a mic attached to it. So you know, If that's not the greatest quality, I do apologise, but it's just I'm just making the best I can with what I've got, so hopefully that won't be too bad throughout the series. But yeah, we're just making our way to Rustborough, obviously taking on this Shroomish here. And I hate being paralysed, I hate any sort of stats effects on Pokemon, they just do my head in completely, so I imagine I will be getting quite frustrated at some point or other about stats moves, but obviously Braun won't have any issues with a little Shroomish here, or he shouldn't anyway. Grass type versus fire type, at this stage of the game they're not going to have any moves that can counter the type or anything, so obviously we won't be having any issues with grass type Pokemon for now. Although I do know what's her name, May's Shroomish to be quite a challenge in the later stages of the game, I say later stages of the game, literally just before the fair gym. Obviously you fight her then below the Cyclone Road, and a team can cause some issues then. It's known as the like Nuzlocke breaker or speedrun destroyer. It often makes people have to restart the whole run, which naturally isn't ideal, and hopefully not something that I have to cope with. So yeah, we finally make our way to Rustborough City here. Just going to quickly go grab Cut from the Cut Master, because I will forget it. Although at this point I'm not too sure that any of the Pokemon I have can actually learn Cut, but it is just useful to have. I would like to get hold of the Miracle Seed at some point or other. So hopefully I do get a Pokemon at some point which I'm able to cut with. If not though, then it's just one of them things and we'll just have to do without it, although it would be very handy to get a hold of. So at this point I was just thinking, I've got a Mudkip, I may as well just head straight into the gym, take on Roxanne. It should be a pretty easy first badge. At this point I'm not quite as far into the game as I would have liked to be at this point. I would have preferably already just be about to take on Roxanne. So naturally I am a bit behind. I was a bit slow in the starting period of the game, so hopefully this time will be made up somewhere along the run. Just depends. I think just stuff like Pokemon like that Shroomish there just taking forever to die and stuff like that. I think that's just slowed me down just a little bit. In the second run I'd actually took on the first 2 gyms within the first hour. So by the end of the second episode I dealt with that, so that's the kind of time I want to be trying to aim for. I want to speed up a little bit, but we can only go as fast as our Pokemon will let us, and my skill set will let me, so we'll just move on and we'll try and make up the time best we can. As long as I'm kind of matching Treaduse at this point, I don't mind, because I think, like I say, I'm banking on him for getting a few things like the XP share and where to find like certain evolutionary stones or whatever, or certain moves. I'm hoping that I'll just be able to pip him to that and spend a lot less time grinding on wild Pokemon, so hopefully that will be the difference in me hopefully winning the challenge. Obviously after 6 years since we recorded the last version of this, the tensions are higher. I want to win this challenge. I'm not here just to take part. Obviously Treaduse is my friend, but every day of the week I want to beat him. I do want to win this challenge, so hopefully we'll be able to speed up just a little bit to allow us to clinch victory. So yeah, at this point, just taking a look at Mudkip. I forgot how to switch your type, like move your moves around, so Water Gun's in the top left, but I'm sure I'll figure that out at some point. So this is my Treaduse, the Mudkip, although he hasn't got a name yet, taking on Roxanne. Naturally should not have any issues at all. Obviously, as you can see, he one-hits the Geodude with the help of a critical hit. He might not have needed it, but obviously always easier if you get one. Sadly, I didn't get the level up from that. I would have liked it. I think it would have been a lot easier to take down this nose pass, but obviously I wasn't too concerned. I was thinking we're going to be able to take it out anyway, aren't we? But didn't do as much damage as I would like to, so I thought I'd go in with a cheeky mud slap, drop the accuracy a bit. So this fight I was hoping it'd be over in a couple of moves. Sadly I didn't quite get that luck. I just kept mud slapping at this point because I thought she is gonna use a potion at some point, so I may as well use the chance to get some accuracy drops on it. Again, just water gunning. There's no strategy really to this. You just got to use your effective moves against the rock type. Obviously, the rock type gym leader is set up in the first place to teach you that any one of your starter Pokemon can take down a rock type, because obviously in the base game you've got your Treecko and your Mudkip who are type effective against rock, and then your Torchic will evolve and learn a fight type move which kicks the ass of any of these rock type users. There we go, we take it down with 8 HP remaining. Obviously, you know, I let that get a bit closer than it needed to. I let the fight go on a bit too long. It was about 3 minutes long or something, the fight there, so yeah, not happy with that time at all. So I've got to reflect and come back stronger after that one. Yeah, it was a poor performance from myself, but at least we did get the victory there, and earned our first badge in the run. So far we've got just the one death, but we've got the one badge to show for it so far. And the team's looking decent. We've got 2 Pokemon that like I said, I'd be happy taking all the way to the Elite Four. Although Quilava, I'm not sure if he does that good against the Elite Four, and obviously Team Aqua he's going to get knocked by anyway, but he is a good Pokemon to have around, and I think he can learn like a fairly diverse moveset, so yeah, probably get strength on him at some point, just cause. Yeah, we're just gonna go heal up before we tackle the next Team Aqua segment. Obviously in the base game it's pretty simple stuff for Team Aqua. They're just gonna send out in the base game, sorry, in the starting sections of the game, they're gonna send out Poochianas quite often, and they're not going to be doing much too much damage to you, and if they are, then you really need to reevaluate your team. So we make our way on to Route 116. We're looking for an encounter on this route, of course. It is a Nuzlocke, so we only get to catch the one, so where we can I will be looking for it. Sadly this time we get a Steelix, and I was weighing it up in my head whether to catch it. I don't think I would use a Steelix, but obviously there, as you can see, I'm not doing much damage at all. So I thought, you know what, I'll throw a Pokeball at it, a Great Ball, sorry, and if it doesn't catch, then I'm not interested, really. And I'm not going to waste time trying to whittle it down. I'm already too far into the run, and I've not made as much progress as I wanted, so we just ran from it. I know it's a waste of an encounter there, but again, not one that I would have used, and it would have took a long time to catch. So we just move our way on, take on this Zigzagoon trainer here with our good friend Bron. It's going to be a pretty straightforward fight, as most of the fights are at this stage of the game. There's not really many hidden gems with any like surprise moves that are gonna take you out. Obviously, if we were doing a fully randomized Nuzlocke, they would just have random moves that could one-hit KO you at any choice, which is another reason why we don't want to do it like that, because like I said, it just like it's okay to have some spontaneity, but that's just a bit too much for me personally. So yeah, we'll just keep it normal. At this point I was kind of testing out my Mudkip to see how we did against this Machop. Obviously we have got the fight type gym coming up. He did a decent job. Obviously with that level advantage I would have hoped to be killing the Machop quicker. So a new team member is definitely what I need going into the next gym. So that was in the back of my mind. I was thinking we've got a few encounters to go before the second gym. So hopefully we could get lucky, get a flying type, a psychic type, something like that, just to give us that type advantage. Yeah, we keep making our way on. We still haven't learned Ember with Brom, which is a bit of a shame, but I do think he learns it after this fight, which obviously is ideal, because then we finally get to start using its elemental moves, which Obviously makes him a lot stronger and a lot easier to use, because tackle just sucks. And with 95% accuracy, I hate accuracy moves, so yeah, after that we find it very easy to smoke the Silcoon. I mean, we probably would have been able to take it down fairly easily with just using tackle, but obviously if you can, you're going to use these effective moves. There's another Nincada. At this point I'm hoping it doesn't sweep my team, so I don't have to get a Nincada tattoo. Yeah, obviously it doesn't, we get the level up from that, so team's looking decent. We keep trying to keep the levels equal at this point, just to minimise the amount of time that's left grinding at the later stage of the game. Naturally, Mudkip does have a little bit of a level advantage over Bron because he soloed the first gym. Not like that's any sort of accomplishment, he just did. So yeah, we send him out against this because I knew Marl was coming up. I knew there was some sort of water type trainer on this route. So we're just gonna try and spam a few tackles at it. Hopefully take it out sooner rather than later. Obviously we're just using its water gun and defense curl. It's not really going to do much damage, it's just going to make the battle that little bit more tedious. But obviously we do get the upper hand on it in the end and level up Mudkip to level 16, which is obviously where it evolves into a Marshtomp. So a very joyous occasion, our first evolution of the Nuzlocke. But naturally, like a fucking idiot, I accidentally pressed back and cancelled the evolution, so a bit of a stupid moment for myself there. Obviously we just got to use that Mudkip for a little bit longer now. Stupid moment for myself, I don't know why. I think I was just itching to get going, so just press B for some reason, I don't know why. But yeah, well, I just thought at this point I'm going to take on this hiker with our Mudkip and try and get that evolution. This time around, second time lucky. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking, it was a bit stupid, just spamming B like that, but you know, mistakes were made and it shouldn't slow us down too much long term. Especially if he just keeps throwing out G002s. I mean, no matter what level my Mudkip is, it's probably going to be an easy fight for the old water type Pokemon against these rock types. Yeah, and as you can see, he just sent out another Geodude. He's just like a stronger version of the first trainer in the gym there. I think it was first trainer with the 3 Geodudes. So yeah, this time around we get him to level 17, so now we'll enjoy the evolution with any luck, as long as I don't cancel a thing. But no, mate, it could very well happen, so yeah. But no, obviously we do let Mudkip evolve this time. Our first evolution of the save. Hopefully many more to come. Hopefully he'll reach the level where he gets to be a Swampert alongside a Typhlosion. And many more Pokemon to come, but yeah, there we go. Looking good. To switch out to Quellarva. I want him to get a bit more XP at this point because, as you can see, he is falling behind Marshtomp. So we entered what do I call it? I want to call it the Rust Earth Tunnel. I think it's the Rust Earth Tunnel. So yeah, we entered that and find our encounter, which sadly is a Whalmer. Obviously not a bad Pokemon. But yeah, I already do have a nice strong water type Pokemon. But I did think I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, give it a catch, give it a nice home in my PC box at some point. But yeah, like I said, with the randomised items on Wild Pokemon, it is just worth the risk of catching them. We could have rare candies, which would be nice just to get these quick levels before important battles or anything. At the same time, they could have some important held items. I'm not too sure what the item pool is that they can receive, but yeah, we do go ahead and name the Whalmer Sansa. So it's a very majestic name for a big fat fucking whale. So yeah, we'll take on Team Aqua once again. He's took an old man's Pico the Wingull hostage, which is just such a sad tale, and it brings tears to the eyes just thinking about this poor old man not having his beloved Pico the Wingull. Always tugs on the heartstrings. But yeah, another Poochyena. Again, like I said, it it's not going to cause anyone any issues at this stage. And we take him down really easily. Probably just a waste of my time even showing my face in the tunnel, getting a Whalmer and taking on a weak ass trainer, but hey, XP is XP at the end of the day, and we got another catch. And what a catch we got. So yeah, Mr. Briny obviously is going to be extremely important in our progress on this run. He's going to be taking us to Buford Town to take on the next gym, and then subsequently Flayport City, where we can start moving our way towards Marvel City and progressing with the storyline, hopefully a little bit quicker after our lack of progress so far. Obviously we find a Kangaskhan Khan in the tunnel here. Naturally we can't catch it, but I was a little bit scared that it could do a bit of damage, particularly when it hit that crit there. And then he hits another crit, so if he'd hit that 5 times, Bron would have died. So yeah, I just take him down. I was sweating a bit at this point. I think that's twice that my Pokemon have been on that edge of dying. Bron and Mudkip have both had that experience, so yeah, luckily we didn't lose Aqualava. I would have been very upset about that. Saying that, if we do lose him, I don't think a fire type's essential for Hoenn. And I don't think it's essential for any region, but like, it isn't going to give you a massive advantage having one, but obviously it is nice to have a starter type Pokemon. They tend to be some of the best Pokemon out there, naturally, so I want to keep hold of him, keep on leveling up Bron, just trying to get him up to around the same level as our Swampert. And here we find an Ursa ring as well. I think we just ran into one, but I wasn't really paying attention that much. But yeah, it shouldn't be too difficult for Tass to take it down, and I like coming across Pokemon like this because they do give a decent amount of XP, to be honest. I'm not going to complain of 162 XP points at this stage. I think in the base game you're not going to get many Pokemon offering you that much XP, so yeah, good to get hold of it. And this mush over here gives us another Great Ball, which also pretty handy to have. There will be some Pokemon that it will be useful to use that against at some point or other. So yeah, moving on, we get to Devoncorp and we go and speak to I think it's Steven's dad. Steven, obviously the champion of Hoenn in Ruby and Sapphire. I'm not sure if he is in this one or Emerald, but obviously he's an integral character in these games. And I'm pretty sure, I've not played them, but in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I'm pretty sure that he is in them games as well. So yeah, he basically asks unsupervised and vulnerable 10-year-old child to deliver his extremely important goods and a letter to his son. I mean, whatever floats your boat, mate, but if you're scared about an employee losing them, then obviously a random strange kid that you've just met isn't going to do you too many favours, probably. But hey, who am I to judge? He's the one with a massive empire company or whatever it is, and I'm just a 10-year-old kid with a couple of Pokemon. So yeah, he can do things his way. So we'll just give it a quick heal before we move on towards Buford Town. I did always think that May standing there was another rival battle, but I don't think it is. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Obviously we can't teach Cut to any Pokemon, so we can't grab the Miracle Seed on the way out, which is a big shame. But I think if I get a Grass type, I will be back to pick that up at some point or other. Obviously, be stupid not to have important held items like that. So yeah, I will be looking to grab that at some point in the run. Probably when I've got Fly or when I'm coming back to take on my dad in the gym. So yeah, Mr. Briny will take us to Buford Town. It's a lot easier to get there, to catch him running around the table with those running shoes indoors. Because yeah, sometimes it does take a bit of time if you don't get your coordination right around that table. Yeah, I want to save as much time as I can, so luckily the running shoes made it so I could very easily catch him around the table. So yeah, at this point we get the Old Rod, and obviously it seems a bit cheaty, but you can get 3 different encounters on on the beaches of Dewford Town. So naturally you get your encounter for Dewford Town, which is where I'm stood right now, and then you get one slightly to the right for the next route, and up towards the north end of the beach for the next route. So obviously at this point I've come across an executor, which I was very happy about, and obviously we have the option, we've made it so we have the option of using Duke's Claws. So if I wanted to catch this, obviously it is in the same evolutionary line as Execute, but we've made the rule, if I want to catch it I can, and goddamn I do want to catch it. Not only is it a grass type to add to the team after losing Rob earlier in the save, but it has also got psychic type moves, which are obviously going to be extremely effective against the upcoming gym. So yeah, I was definitely wanting to get hold of him. And fortunately, I think we caught him in the first ball. Well, yeah. Sorry, should I say we caught Hare? Yeah, we caught Hare in the first Pokeball. So I did go ahead and name this after a strong female in my life. So we named it Brienne. Obviously, if you understand the name theme, that will make sense. And if you don't, then sorry, I'll just reply. If you leave a comment, if anyone else but Treaduse is watching this and you don't understand the name scheme, just let me know and I'll tell you. I won't keep it a secret, I will just tell you. Don't worry, I'm not evil. Yeah, and then the next one we find is a Butterfree. Obviously I was pretty disappointed with this. In a spare of rage, I just O-code it. Probably should have caught it to see if it had a decent item on. Probably could have taught it cut, but you know, I let my emotions get the best of me there, and yeah, we just took them out. So yeah, I got this, put my Brienne up front, thought it'd be useful to get a bit of XP while I can. And thought we'd heal up, and I did think, I was like, if I can get a flying type at this point, I still would, because obviously Brienne is only level 6, so if I could get a higher leveled flying type, I thought obviously why not, it'll be extremely useful for the gym. Thought I'd just bypass these trainers for now and head straight to the Granite Cave. Obviously we get an encounter for here as well, so I thought I'd go ahead and quickly try and encounter something. Naturally it wasn't happening straight away right there, but in the end we did get a Sunflora, which obviously I don't want. I don't want to catch that. Reminds me of Mystery Dungeon, which is nice, but yeah, we're not going to waste our time on a worse grass type Pokemon than the one that we have in Brienne. So again, let my emotions get the best of me and just took it out straight without trying to catch it again. Probably should have. This could probably learn cut as well, but just me being a bit of an idiot there. And obviously we grab Flash while we're here, which we don't need, but it is useful to have. It is one of the HMs in this game alongside Cut that you don't even need to progress along the storyline, but hey, if you're doing a race, something that'll help you see in dark caves is obviously always going to help. To end the episode, I thought, you know what, we'll quickly go ahead and grab an encounter for this route as well. And it was a bit of an interesting one that I thought could learn Cut, but later on I will learn that it doesn't. But yeah, we find a Cradley again. Not going to be on the team, but it's always nice to have more Pokemon, I suppose. I will be looking for 2 Pokemon to stick in the daycare, because myself and Chase don't have any rules against using the daycare. So we'll yeah, so I'll be sticking some Pokemon in daycare. So if I find any decent Pokemon, God, I've said Pokemon so much in the same sentence. If I find any decent ones before we get to Morville City, obviously they will be stuck in the daycare. I can get the most of them because we'll be leveling them up as we move around the Horn region. Yeah, trying to take out this Cradley. It could have, to be honest, it could have took me down if it had any decent moves. I don't think it does have any decent moves at this point. Obviously it is a grass type Pokemon, so it is effective against my Marshtomp. But yeah, we are able to just quickly, well I say quickly, slowly whittle it down. Again, I wish I'd defeated the second gym leader by this point, but sadly it wasn't to be. Start throwing the Pokeballs at Cradley. obviously a Pokemon I've never used in a team, probably never will. But yeah, we catch him real quick, so on that note, I'm going to end the episode right here. I hope, Treaduse, I hope you've enjoyed watching this. I hope anyone else who's watched it has enjoyed it, and obviously we'll see you in the next episode.